This is the Faber-Castell Loom. It's one of Faber-Castell's most popular fountain pens. I would consider it to be an intro-level fountain pen because of its price, which ranges from $35 to $50, but its performance, in my opinion, beats almost every other pen in its tier. This pen is available in matte and piano versions in various colors. I have the gunmetal matte version in hand. This model has a shimmery dark brown flat and cylindrical body. The body is screwed onto a section made of the same material. The section has subtle metal rings down the nib, which are intended to increase the grip on the pen. Practically, it doesn't do much, but it's still preferable to a completely smooth section. The section tapers down into the steel nib. The Faber-Castell Loom's cap is made out of plastic and polished metal. The bottom has a stainless steel ring, which complements the spring-loaded clip. The Faber-Castell logo is embossed on the top of the cap. Another Faber-Castell logo, along with the text Faber-Castell since 1761, is embossed on the side of the cap, but it's only visible in light. When uncapped, the length is more than enough, even for my large hands. The weight balance is shifted towards the section when uncapped, but because of the pen's low overall weight, it's not very noticeable. When capped, the center of mass is perfectly centered. I don't really prefer capped or uncapped, both are satisfactory. The Faber-Castell Loom has a steel nib. This pen in particular has the fine version. Compared to other steel nibs, this one is remarkably smooth, especially considering the thin line width. It comes out of the box tuned to perfection. There's almost no feedback, and it glides across the paper with ease. Compared to a TWSBI 580, which is a pen in a similar price range and has a steel nib, it is way, way smoother. It's not very wet, so if you want to see sheen in your ink, this pen may not be the best for you. The pen I have uses a converter from Faber-Castell, but it's compatible with standard international converters. The Faber-Castell converter is one of my favorites because it has this shaker inside. This makes cleaning the cartridge much easier and reduces the number of flushes needed to get all of the ink out. This converter holds 0.7 milliliters of ink. So I've had this pen for about 4 months, and so far I have pretty much no complaints. The lightweight makes long writing sessions a breeze. The steel nib is incredibly smooth. And because the nib is relatively dry, I've mostly used this pen to write on paper that isn't compatible with fountain pens. It does still have some bleed through, but it performs better than most. Here's a writing sample. Right now, I'm using Diamine's Oxblood ink. It's a dark reddish brown. It's possible to get menial line variation, but during everyday writing you won't see much. It's not very good with reverse writing. I really like the color profile on this particular model. The brown and black isn't too flashy, and the steel nib pairs nicely with the silver accents on the cap. It's an understated but elegant design. Overall, I would give this pen a 7.8 out of 10.